Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen und Hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Vagrant Order. Ich bin es am Simofix und wir widmen uns nun dem von manchen lang ersehnten, von anderen hier gefürchteten Event Tunguska. Liebe Leute, wir werden hier ein bisschen anders hier Let's Play machen als sonst immer, dazu gleich mehr. Tunguska ist unsere Story-Weiterführung hier von Lost Belt 6 und natürlich ihr Teil des Hauptkanons. Tunguska Sanctuary erzählt uns die Geschichte unserer guten Koyan Sky hier als Antagonistin. Und ja, wird natürlich interessant. Wir haben hier auch Raids, die wir schon überstanden haben. Und dazu kommen wir hier gleich mal zum Wesentlichen, was nämlich ein bisschen doof ist. Ich habe die Raids nämlich mitmachen wollen und ich konnte leider über Weihnachten nicht aufnehmen, wo das Event dummerweise gelaufen ist. Das bedeutet faktisch, wir sind schon sehr weit in der Story, also irgendwo sehen wir schon, was wir einfach mal ignorieren. Ich habe die Kämpfe aufgenommen und ich werde die euch immer einblenden, wenn sie dann auftauchen. Und die Story werden wir hier im Menü nachlesen. Weil, wie gesagt, die Kämpfe werdet ihr also mal sehen. Wie gesagt, gibt ein, zwei ganz coole Fights. Aber die Story habe ich persönlich auch noch nicht gelesen und deswegen werden wir sie uns zusammen hier nun widmen. Aber vom Menü, und es war natürlich sehr gut, dass ich hier den Trailer ausgewählt habe, weil der ist natürlich irgendwie copyrighted und sowas muss ich natürlich zeigen, aber nur gut. Ist auf jeden Fall ein schöner Trailer. Nun müssen wir nur natürlich noch schauen, wo das ist. Beim Main Interlude ist es nicht, okay. Weil es wird natürlich auch mal Main Interlude, aber das hier ist es noch nicht. Also, dann würde ich nun sagen, auch wenn es hier ein bisschen anders ist als sonst, werden wir starten und herausfinden, was uns hier in Tunguska wartet und natürlich, ob es seinem Ruf gerecht wird. Der nicht besonders gut ist, um es mal vorsichtig auszudrücken. Starten wir mit Tunguska. Sion Eltam Sokaris. Visitor from the Atlas Institute who personally unraveled the root of destruction. Your condition for making use of the Wandering Sea in the year 2019 is as follows. In exchange for a newly issued 8 Atlas contract, we permit you stay in the Wandering Sea for the period of 1 virtual year on this bleached earth. The deadline you specified is soon approaching. I trust this future remains the same? That is correct. I do not require any fixes or revisions. Please just keep the contract as it is. All I ask from those of you in charge of the Wandering Sea is that you continue to watch over Chaldea as they pursue their mission. Very well. Everyone here at the Wandering Sea, Balandias, recognize your genius in their own way. Selen, Gate of Preservation, honors your mind. Gun, Gate of Rebirth, is sympathetic to your actions. Elm, Gate of Advancement, derogates your losses. Guinan, Gate of Storage, empathize with your mission. And Furushkiva, Gate of Submersion, despise you as much as ever. Out of respect for the Atlas Institute, we of the Wandering Sea will turn a blind eye to the security organization. Phew. Glad to be done with that. Well, that was a surprise. To think the mysterious caller would be from the Wandering Sea top brass, I did not expect them to contact me. That was from Gun, the Gate of Rebirth. Gun, huh? If I recall correctly, he was a mage from the Clock Tower who apprenticed himself to the Wandering Sea in the year 2000. Bisschen älter. Did the other gates choose him to be my point of contact because he is from a relatively modern era, or are they simply low and personal? Oh well, I can worry about it later. Right now I need to get to work. Trismegatus II, hold catastrophe to meditation. Tell me about the current existential threat. Ah, there we go. I see you have re-nailed the data down to this time. You gave me the exact coordinate for the singularity, and you know exactly what the threat is. Perfect job. Oh, so the singularity first spawned in the January 2019, but its inception point is 1908. I started out as a minute singularity, but quickly expanded in size over the past year, or rather, over these last few days. Just like the last build then, huh? It must have undergone nearly 100 years worth of development in an instant. And if you do not do something to stop it, it will transform all of Eurasia and evolve humanity into lower animals. Yikes, that sounds appalling. Humanity has faced many existential crises before, but cases in which humanity is knocked off the apex of the animal kingdom are rare indeed. I suppose I must hand it to Beast 4. She certainly lives up to the moniker Evil of Humanity. Okay then, we will just have to compose our response. Trismegistus second, send this message to Chaldea leaders and mark it urgent. Immature beast activity detected. Please, begin a mission to subdue it within 24 hours. We anticipate that the battle will take place in an unusual environment, much like the recent British Lost Belt. Also, since Chaldea base is in the middle of significant end-of-year renovation, Rayshift and Zero Days are not currently an option. You will therefore need to take the storm border to the singularity in question. All Chaldea staff, please make preparation to board the storm border ASAP. Your target is Chaldea's archenemy, the mature beast known as Tamomovich Koyanskaya. Oh, Leute, Gänsehaut. There we go. So that is where Koyanskaya was hiding out after escaping from Britain. I'm sure she did not plan on revealing her nest until the conflict between Chaldea and the foreign god had been settled. But it seems the action she took in the British Lost Belt forced her to show her hand prematurely. That being said, she is still a powerful enemy. I expect Chaldea will need luck to be very much in its favor to come out on top of here. Still, if they're going to concentrate their resources on combating the foreign god, this is not a battle that can be simply avoided or postponed. Good luck, everyone. All I can do now is trust you and hope for the best. Though of course I already know exactly how things will turn out thanks to Trismegistus II. No matter how valiantly they fight, Chaldea is doomed to total annihilation. All my work over this past year will have been for nothing. Wait, scratch that. Last bit. I hope you cannot share that part of prediction with them. Sehr schön, Shion. Danke, dass du mir so richtig gute Laune machst. Also, das ist, würde ich mal sagen, ein Statement. Anti-Primate Bios for Tunguska Sanctuary. Also ganz ernsthaft, Mann, das ist eigentlich mega das Setup, Mann. Wie gesagt, hey, eine Bestie in ihrem Stadium, welche sich erhebt, um Chaldea hier auszulöschen. Es hat schon was, wie gesagt. So gute Intros gehören einfach dazu, meine werten Freunde. Gut, ja, vielleicht das mit der absoluten Zerstörung wollen wir jetzt vielleicht nicht so ganz hören, aber okay. Light. Light filled my entire vision of field. Light, light, light everywhere. In an instant, pure white light enveloped both myself and the nearby trees. It was the first time in my life something like this ever happened. I had never experienced anything else like it. The flash of light was so brilliant that I couldn't even close my eyes. There were signs leading up to it, of the countless different species that live in the woods. The birds, presumably the first to notice something was amiss, thanks to their sharp senses, all took flight at once. I wonder if they managed to escape. I know we won't. It's too late for us now. There's nowhere for us to run. This light will envelop every last living thing that dwells in those woods. At first it felt like the light had just stolen our sight in an instant, but I was wrong. The truth is, the light took everything from us. Our bodies and our lives. We had no time to react, not even to scream. All we could do was to wait to die. Light, light, and more light, more pure power pouring down from the sky in an instant. A raging, terrifying storm with neither reason nor emotion, far too strong to even think of fighting. Ah, light, you remind me of nothing so much as... Yes, that's right. Nothing so much as man's fire. War das Koyanskaya, die hier geredet hat? Gute Frage. Our target point is 60 grade, 55 north, 100 grade. Ihr seht es, 75 east. Now approaching the skies over the old forest of Tunguska. Okay, nur mal hier keine kleine Vorgeschichte. Tunguska ist ein wahres Ereignis, muss ich sagen, kenne ich aus den Crisis Games. Denke nicht, dass ich irgendwas von was Ahnung habe. Ist nämlich ein Komet, der damals irgendwo, ich glaube, bei Afrika eingeschlagen ist und ja auch lange Zeit vermutet worden ist, dass da irgendwo ein Alien-Ursprung ist. Wie gesagt, spielt Crisis, dann lernt ihr mehr darüber. We are keeping a close eye on time on which can sky magic energy. At the moment, the target shows no sign of moving from the forest area upstream from the old Tunguska River. For the time being, we are calling the area the old Tunguska Forest. The storm order is flying straight as the Maryland and will be soon entering its airspace. I know we covered the operations plenty back at Caldea Base, but let's go over with it one more time for good measure. Our destination is the old Tunguska Forest, located in Siberia. Oh, ich nehme alles zurück. Ich dachte, das war irgendwo in Afrika. Objective is the elimination of the immature beast here, and Altego causes have town which Koyatskaya. Once the storm border has arrived at our destination via the shortest possible route, we will descend to the site we are calling Point X, where Konskaya magic energy signals are originating. On reaching our destination, we will bring all the force we have to our disposal to bear against Konskaya. If all goes according to plan, we should be able to complete the operation in record time. However, if Shion's warning is accurate, then we should expect the environment of our destination to be special in some way. There's no telling what might await us. All hands be prepared for anything. Aye, aye, Captain. Let me say this one more time as well. While this operation's objective remains the elimination of Beast 4 IK Konskaya, that is not all there is to it. I trust you remember what I'm talking about, Maxi. This operation is also a test case for our infiltration of the 7th Lost Belt. Right, an operation built around the Black Barrel. You got it! The Black Barrel is still really tough to tune, but now we have a new collaborator. Habitat, our resident fairy guardian, will help us out by protecting the Black Barrel's reader. Ah, did I just hear my name? I probably better manifest physically then. Habitat has been at your service. Don't worry, my spirit is safe with me. Wie, wo, was? Hä? Okay, ich meine, ja, sie hat ihr MP geklaut. A few hours earlier. The Stormwater hangars at the Wandering Sea Dock. I've detected a new magic energy signal in Russia. Russia. Yes, Russia. It is far from the old Russian Lost Belt, and most of the area has been bleached like the rest of Earth. Only now it is suddenly giving off magic energy signal. Well, no, that's is not accurate. It was not really sudden. The signal has been present for a few months now, but it has grown quickly over the last few days. So it would be more accurate to say whatever we shielded it from human perception has disappeared. To be more precise, the signal is located in central Siberia, in the Krasnoyarsk Krai, which would place it in the forest region upstream of the Tunguska River. And I'm quite certain any heroic spirit who hails from the same era I do must also be familiar with the enormous flash of light that occurred there. Tunguska. I wasn't alive then, but I read about the Tunguska incident. Fufu? Precisely. It was a massive airburst that occurred over the Tunguska in 1908. At the time we weren't sure that it even was an explosion at all. I still remember quite vividly how blindingly bright the light was. Fu? You saw it yourself, Holmes? All the way from England? I did. The explosion was so massive that the light it created was visible all the way from England. It flattened the forest, and the company's shockwave left a great deal of damage in its wake. But miraculously there were no reports of any human casualties. Though of course, given the sheer scale of the explosion, it is simply impossible that there was a casualty that simply went unaccounted for. And at the very least, the explosion left a huge mark on the Earth's biosphere. There's no telling how many animals' lives were lost. I've heard about that. It was a meteorite, right? That was the story, yes, and the Magecraft world has apparently confirmed as much. I looked into the matter and I could not find any witchcraft causes pertaining to the incident. It's not out of the question that there have been some occult aspects to the incident, but if nothing else, even the Witch Association concluded that the Tunguska explosion was caused by natural phenomena. So it's safe to say there were no traces of any mystics work there. That it only makes this latest incident that much more mysterious. Why Tunguska? Well, I could speculate, but... Let me guess, now's not the time. Precisely. So for the time being, allow me to simply convey the facts. A special region has arisen in the Tunguska area of the bleached earth. It is neither singularity nor lost belt. It's not a lost belt either? Correct. There are no stone walls around it, and it is not a hypothetical alternative lie in human history either. We do have some possibilities in mind, but as we currently lack any hard evidence upon which to base our assertions, any further speculation is likely only invite misunderstanding. At the moment, all we know for certain is the source of this anomaly, or rather the name of the enemy we must defeat. Both Trismegistus II and Sheba have confirmed that this magic energy belongs to an amateur beast. We can therefore assume that this special region is Tamawich Kernskai's headquarters. Phew.
Are you all done? Then I sum it up. A magic energy signal has been discovered in Old Tunguska Forest. We have determined this to be Kernskai's hide... What the...
Phew.
Why is the work deck about Furby? I don't have any bacon right now.
Fufu! Wo ist der Bacon? Stop the fool. Here, stay with me.
Keep a good grip on that thing, will you? Now then, where were we?
Tamawich Kernskaya. She possesses spirit origin, the same as any servant. She is also the executive director of NFC Service, a private military contract founded in January 2019 following the incineration of humanity. An imagery from the Beast 4, the Beast of Taming. At present, I suspect Kernskaya sustained some from an injury during the events of the British Lost Belt. And is therefore not in optimal condition. She demonstrated incredible power when we encountered her in Olympus in the Atlantic Lost Belt, but, at least according to Sheba, her current magic energy signal doesn't appear to have surpassed it. I noticed you didn't say she's gotten weaker. Because I can't be certain that she has. Phew. So, the first big question this raises is, just what is she doing there?
I know she technically saved our lives from Britain, but the fact is she's still an enemy of humanity. And we all know she's not the type to turn over a new leaf just because she's badly hurt. Sure, there's probably some reason she saw up the Russian spoonies.
Yep, if I had to guess, it's likely so she can recover her strength. That, or she's trying to grow even stronger. I mean, if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't suddenly reveal my heart out to the world just because I got hurt. So she may well not be hiding it anymore because she doesn't need to bother. Indeed, that's entirely possible. I strongly suspect the Amphoros form we encountered in Olympus was not her full mature self. For one thing, we saw no sign of the great horns that are indicative of a mature beast. Immature. Fully mature.
Alright then, listen well all of you. Miner is right, Kernskaya protected our ship back in Feral Britain.
Oh, I can't believe it. Director Gordoff actually got Menela's name right for once. Das hypt sie alle. Da sieht man mal, wie ernst es ihm ist.
Regardless of how we might feel about it, it remains a fact. Most of you probably don't know this, but as the president of major company, she also, rightly enough, used to conduct herself in an exemplary human manner. I'm not only talking about military deployments either. She provided a great deal of medical supplies and humanitarian aid to impoverished communities. It may have been no more than the business to her, whatever she reasoned. She responded to the plight of the needy and the genius sincerity. Despite the femme fatale nature, she was not one to squeeze someone dry without a fair compensation. There was something about her that could be reasoned with. However, sie hatte vergiftet. Regardless of what she may have done in the past, we cannot sit idly while the beast grows to full maturity. And because this is something I need to take responsibility for, I expect those of you from the Chaldea know that too well. Some of you no doubt still have wants that age at though of what you lost that day.
Genau. Sie war die den Feldzug auf Chaldea geführt hat.
I'm well aware that I have no right to comment any of you. But that is all the more reason for me to hope you allow me to take responsibility for what happened. Listen up, everyone. As of this moment, we are going to the offensive. For now, we set our top priorities, the battle with the foreign god and the restoration of the breach phenomenon aside, and focus all of our reasons to eliminating Khan Skya.
It's finally time. Yes, sir.
That said, I must also stress that this excursion is not without benefit to our main region. We certainly can't afford to squander any resources after all. Although we will be going up against a beast in this operation, this will also be a test for our infiltration of the 7th Lost Belt. A practice run, if you will, for a inevitable confrontation with the foreign god. And that means we must also be ready to make proactive use of the Black Barrel.
Direktor Golov. Es ist natürlich auch für ihn was sehr Persönliches, weil er natürlich Khan Skya natürlich am Anfang in die Hände gespielt hat. Der Black Barrel, a weapon that uses its accomplishments measure to measure its target's lifespan and attack them with the full force of the same lifespan. This used to take heavy toll on both Mash and Maxi. But now we can also use the Black Barrel for single shots not fueled by command spells with Faber's help alone. This does turn it from a conceptual battle to a physical one, but the physical weapon should still pack a significant punch. Unfortunately, firing physical rounds heats the gun's barrel too much to be used in succession, but just being able to use it different rounds for different situations is going to be a huge help.
Alright, thank you for going over the developments with the Black Barrel Technical Advisor. Next, I'd like to hear about the Divine Construct we acquired in Little Broadsbelt. How is the cannon which fires this coming along?
Cyan and I are making headway on it. Of course, while we are going as fast as we can, neither of us have ever worked on anything like this before. So, while I hate to say this, I'm afraid I won't be ready in time for the separation. We just have to be flexible to make full use of the tactics we've used so far.
I see. I suppose that was too much to hope for. Still, I expect as much, and besides we have plenty of other tricks up our sleeves. Our first plan is to attack the 7th Lost Belt is... What was that? Don't you mean only a plan of attack? Yes, I suppose I do. But you don't need to bring it up.
Director, you can tell what Fu's saying.
Not a clue, but at that time I could feel what he meant right out in my soul.
So beginnt es. While our plan of attack for the 7th Lost Belt naturally focuses on Excalibur, we also come up with a secondary force of firepower to improve our odds of success. Essentially, we realized we can run all the Stormwaters magical reactors in parallel to deploy a mass of Chaldea and heroic spirits simultaneously. In other words, we can go for quantity and quality. The idea is simple. We send in a whole bunch of the heroic spirits we are always materials in Chaldea into the enemy's territory and overwhelm them with sheer numbers and firepower in Blitzkrieg style. We are pretty much going entirely here with wish fulfillment here. Man, it would make much things so easier if we could just send a ton of heroic spirits we already have, who we know would be a good fit for this operation. Now we can make that dream a reality. Foo-foo! I will of course be deploying the plan here primarily to defeat Konskaya. It will also serve as the test for infiltration of the 7th Lost Belt. So, do please keep that in mind. Our experience here will provide invaluable data for the future. Specifically Maximesh. Yes? We'll be deploying up to 10 rock spirits to accompany you. Collectively, they'll be your main source of firepower in this operation. The plan is to bring the Stormwater to close Konskaya magic energy signal as possible, at which point you'll move in on the foot to take her down. Phew. It's simply a powerful strategy. You'll go there together and you'll kick ass together. As we speak, we have 6 heroic spirits chosen specifically for this operation standing by briefing room 2. Needless to say, we can deploy any of or all of them at any moment's notice. Your mission is to carry out the operation with unpredictable speed. I expect you to succeed with flying colors. Alright, everyone, let's go hunt ourselves a beast! Leute, es geht los, Mann! Und da wir schon einen oder anderen Servant hier in der Planung haben und wissen schon, wer kommt, ist es natürlich umso schöner. So, ich würde sagen, wir fangen hier noch ein bisschen mit dem nächsten Abschnitt an. Ein Schutzschild, was hier aufgebaut wird, oder? Mir gefällt es, dass hier Okeanos Musik spielt. I'm seeing what looks out like some kind of barrier over Tunguska airspace. It's pretty different from the storm was surrounding the Lost Belts, but I think it's still kind of a bounded field. Do something, Da Vinci. Already listed and run numbers. I'm putting up a multi-layered bounded field around the front of the border right now. Theoretically, it should let us break through. That was fast. Nice work, Da Vinci. Then without further ado, deploying anti-physical space-time adjustment membranes around the bow. We break through the dimensional piercing mode. Once we make it through the barrier into the Tunguska special region, we can begin the operation in earnest. Everyone, brace for impact. Yeah, we made it through. We are now in Tunguska airspace. All we have to do now is head for Konskaya magic action. Wait! I feel really sick here. What is this? Habitat, are you alright? Not even close. I want to disappear right now, but I won't. I'm the Blackbear scouting ferry, I am. So that ferry isn't going back to the Spirit Ocean Graph. Nope. I'm gonna go into sleep mode. I set up on the Blackbear instead. Just call me if you need me, mate. I can help out in battle at least a bit. Habitat, Da Vinci, what's going? Phew.
You're kidding. Sure, Harry Cat can be crude, but she's a good actor. And now she is the first to disappear? What's going on here? Administrative advisor, technical advisor.
Captain, are you okay? This is really bad. Da Vinci. Can you check on briefing room 2 for me and please hurry? Briefing room 2? Briefing room 2? Oh, what a... All the magical energy signals from the Chaldean heroic spirits we had stand by, they are vanishing one by one. None of them are able to remain materialized. They are being forced back to the spiritual graph. This is just like we saw in Britain. Holmes? Right, you are Da Vinci. I can't be certain if this world was always like this or if Konskaya found a way to copy it from Britain. But it's clear that the whole environment is entirely rejecting human history. This must be what Trismegistus II meant by special. Naturally, we added a number of safety provisions to the summoning system after our experience in Britain. But whatever peculiar traits this place possesses seem to have overwhelmed them. I'm afraid I can't hold on any longer either. Da Vinci Nemo, it's all up to you now. Don't worry, Holmes, we've got this. Da Vinci's technical servant, but her core, she's actually a living being rather than a heroic spirit. Mesh is a demi-servant, which puts her in the same boat. Of course, neither Maxi or Gorilla are affected. And I have 2 spirit oceans, so I can hold out just long enough. to get the Stormboarder out of this airspace, much as it pains me. Marine! Aye, aye, sir. Enter the maximum. We can turn around and get out of here at full speed anytime. Good. Mario, switch places with me. I steer the Stormboarder. You know what to do, right?
Huh? Alright, now I gotcha. Okay, you got it.
Die Shadowboard, oder? Thanks, Mario. I'm counting on your driving skills. Da Vinci? On it!
What? The Dodgers up minutes?
Maxi Mesh, Director Golov? I need you to all hurry to the hangar now. Have Nurse and Baker disconnect and transport you, Da Vinci. Right now, you all need to get your gear ready and hurry up to the Shadowboarder. Captain! Take care of the Stormboarder for us. A captain always takes care of the ship. It's their job. I trust you all know what we need to do, too. And I don't mean in terms of battle.
Of course, I bring the Shadowboarder and everyone and safe, back and sound. Take off for Maxi, Mesh, Da Vinci, and Chops too.
Great, I feel better already. From this point, the Field Ops team will be investigating the strange environment on its own. Master Maxi, don't hesitate to call for us if you needed help. I can probably only afford to do it once, but I deploy on a rescue operation to whatever you might be. Thanks, Captain. See you later. So, liebe Leute, ein Feld, was uns ähnlich wie im Britannien-Abstoß, was dafür sorgt, dass eben keine Servants hier beschworen werden können. Das ist übel. Unsere Unterstützung fällt weg und am Ende stehen wir wieder nur wir und die gute Mesh da. Wie es weitergeht mit Tunguska, werden wir dann beim nächsten Mal erfahren. Ich sage vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis